probably turn off the aircon if you want to have that on. Ready. Okay, so just come up into standing and we're just going to start with a little bit of a rock forward and back on your feet. And then just find your mid position with your feet. So lift your toes up and sort of roll your toes out like you're playing the piano with your toes. And then just bring your awareness to your feet. So you should feel like you're sort of pushing down softly into the floor and your weight is even around your feet. So we're not fully weight bearing on the heel or the toe. Try and spread the weight out evenly on the foot. And just move your weight a little bit from side to side. And then I want you to think about trying to find a center position. And then think about where your knees are. Your knees should be over your ankles, your hips over your knees, your ribs over your hips. So just think about your alignment, heart over your hips, head over your heart. Okay, so that lengthening up out of the crown of the head. And just holding that there, and we're just going to do some little tilts on the pelvis. So just tuck the tailbone, arch. So you can soften the knee, tuck and arch. Just a little tuck and arch. Lengthen up through the crown of the head. So keep lifting up through from the chest, the sternum, the crown of the head, but you're keeping that center. So we're stacked. I want you to think about stacking the body. And then come to a neutral pelvis. So if you're thinking about that bowl of water in your pelvis where you've tilted some back and now we've tilted the water forward, we're finding a neutral position. We're stacked over our ankles. Take a breath in and breathing out. So just focusing on the breath. Breathing in, take the arms up. Breathing out, lower. Breathing in, nice, slow, big, deep breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Two more, breathing in, breathing out. One more, breathing in, breathing out. Now we're going to keep our feet centered and we're going to take that into a squat. Now when you squat down, your knees come down over the toes. So make sure that you're not rolling your knees in, okay? Feet are hip width apart. Take a breath in, breathing out. So it's sort of soft. I want you to float up and down if you can. So float, try not to take the tension into the knees. Stick the bottom out so that when you're coming down, your bottom's going backwards. So you can see that my knees are bending, but they're not going forward over my toes. Okay, I'm poking my bottom back. Lengthen through the spine. Lift up through the crown of the head. Lift the chest up towards the ceiling. Breathe in, breathe out. Float the arms. Breathe in, breathe out. Just softly moving, warming up. Two more. Last one, and we're going to take it into a hinge from the hip. So you're going to take a breath in, on the breath out, hinge from the hip, float the arms down to the floor, soften the head, let the head hang. Take a breath in, on the breath out, unravel the spine. So think about that stacking. We're unraveling, stacking the spine back up on itself. So just in your own time, take a breath in. On the breath out, hinge from the hip. So we're hinging here, come down, let the head hang, fingertips on the floor or hands if you're more flexible, or you might just reach your toes. Take a breath in, and then on the breath out, draw the navel softly in as you unravel the spine, coming up. And again, breathing in, breathing out, hinge from the hips, coming down, fingertips. Just let the head hang and be heavy. Breath in, breathing out, unravel. 2 to go. Breathing in. Just use that breath, letting the breath go as you come down to softly just let the body kind of hang down. So your head is heavy. Your head is heavy. I'm going to mute whoever's talking and coughing. Sorry. Keep going. Okay. Good job. All right. Come on up. Grab your band. We're still going to be in standing. Take the band up above your head. Okay, so arms are wide, so a little bit of tension on the band. Keep those shoulder blades down. So let's hold the band up there. Take a slightly wider stance. Shrug your shoulders up to your ears. Now draw your shoulders down. Shrug up, draw them down. Keep them down. Keep a bit of tension on the band. Breathe in, side bend. Breathe out, come back up. Breathe in, side bend. Breathe out, come back up. You're only going as far as you can comfortably. So don't push into any discomfort here. Just use the breath to move softly. Keep drawing the shoulder blades down. Now we're going to take it over. Hold it, take the arm down, bring it back, come back up. Take a side bend, draw that arm down, release, come back up. Only moving as far as you can comfortably, using the breath, draw the shoulder blades down. Breathing in, hold it there, little side bend, come back up. Take it over, little side bend with the arm, one more on each side. Keep going, just do one more on the other side. Okay, come back up, bring your band out in front, take the legs out wide. We've got a little wide squat, the knees coming down over the toes. We're going to add in an arm abduction here. So open, close, just gently here. So don't try and go too far, you're just warming up. Keep the shoulder blades down. So as you open up, if your shoulders are hitching up to your ears, draw them down. Open the chest, lift the chest, the sternum up towards the ceiling. Breathe in, breathe out. Knees floating over the toes. Breathing in, breathing out. Open up for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And hold it down there. Just drop the band. Just take a little side bend stretch. So lean on the knee if you can and just hold it there. That's it. And coming back and over to the other side. Good job. All right. And then make your way down onto the floor. Have your TheraBand nearby. Okay. And we're just going to start off again, just regrouping. We've had a couple of weeks off. So feet flat on the floor, hip width apart, knees hip width apart, arms softly down by the side. Open up the chest, open up the collarbones, and just start thinking long from the body. So I want you to think about lengthening your spine out on the floor, pushing the feet softly into the floor. So just feel your feet kind of pushing into the floor without lifting your pelvis up. And we're just going from 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock, 12 to 6. Just soft breathing. Open up those collarbones, widen the chest. The neck is long on the floor. This whole spine is long. just softly through the pelvis. Feel the rest of the spine move with you and take it up further now, coming up into bridge. So take that breath in. On the breath out, rolling to 12 o'clock, peeling up off the floor. Push through the heels. Breathe in at the top. Breathe out and unravel. So just take your time, running through some bridges, just with your own breath, your own focus, really working on that articulation of the spine, slowing it right down. Using the breath, nice big deep abdominal breath. So try to relax the chest, upper chest, neck is soft. Tilt to 12, push through the heels, lifting up, hold it up there, take a breath and rolling down. On the next one, you're going to bring in the arms. So take it up and over, arms circle around slowly as you articulate the spine back down. Take a breath in, on the breath out, peel up. Arms go overhead. Slowly articulate the spine down, arms slowly coming around. Keep going. Keep the neck long. No tension through the neck. Neck is soft. 2 more. Last one. Now hold the arms out wide, bring the feet and knees together and just start with some rotations, rolling side to side. We're not holding it, we're just rolling, just get some mobility happening. Allow your head to turn in the opposite direction. Keeping the collarbones nice and long and wide here. So chest is soft, collarbones are open, no tension through the upper body. Just allow that soft rotation. Just keep going, a couple more. Okay, let's hold it out there. Bringing the feet up into tabletop, arms stay out wide, draw the shoulder blades down. Now in this position, you should feel your back soften into the floor. So from the tailbone up to the crown, we're nice and long on the floor and we're not arching through the lower back. Holding that there, breathe in to lower, breathe out to return. Breathe in to lower, breathe out to return. Now just go slowly. You've probably had a couple of weeks off unless you've been practicing in the meantime, but just remember a couple of weeks off, you need to start off gently again. So softly out to the side, coming back in. Breathe in to lower, just as far as you can comfortably without taking tension up into the neck. Using that breath. Keeping the neck nice and long on the floor, chin softly tucked in. Softly over, control, use the tummy muscles to bring it back in. One more on each side. Okay, we're going to stay up here in tabletop. Take the arms, if you can, into a stop sign position. So your shoulder is 90 degrees and your elbow is 90 degrees. And if you can get your elbows and your wrists onto the floor, do. If you can't and you're here, that's okay as well. If your elbows can't reach the floor, just hold your arms out. Hold that there, just softly lower one foot and bring it back up. Tap the toe, bring it back up. Little tap, Little tap. Now, as you tap that foot down, try not to let the back arch off the floor. So bring a little bit of connection, ribs to hips, that front body connection, which keeps our lower back softly into the floor. So we're not arching off the floor as we take that leg down. Keep breathing. And if the arms aren't happy in this position, take it back to arms out straight or arms down by your side. So just find whatever position you feel you can handle. That's it, good. For 2 more. Last one. Now holding the legs in tabletop, bring the arms in together, see if you can bring them in to meet. Maybe the elbows can come together, maybe not quite, and then open back up. Breathe in, breathe out. Little stretch across the back of the shoulders. Breathe in, see if you can get those elbows to come in and meet. Lengthen the spine out on the floor. Keep that long connection, ribs softly into the floor. Breathing in, breathing out. Doesn't matter which way, just keep the breath going. For 4 more. Now hold the arms together, palms are together, elbows probably won't quite reach together, just go where you can. And we're going with arm and legs away. Now if that's too much for you at this point in time, do a single leg. And if you're sick of tabletop, starting to feel a bit tired, just bring in the leg. Doesn't matter if you're lifting the leg and the arms are reaching overhead. So just find whatever feels like you can again manage tonight. Remember, you've had a couple of weeks off. So if it feels like it's too much of a strain, break it down. Support the body. Keep the shoulder blades down away from the ears. Neck is long. Keep the breath going. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, hug one knee in, extend the other leg away. Hug it in and just stretch the other leg out away from you. Give your ankle a little roll. And swap legs. Hug the other one in, roll that ankle. Okay, lift the head up off the floor, long through the crown, open up the collarbones and alternating, leg in, swap, breathing. Keep the breath going, keep the body long. Breathing in, breathing out, doesn't matter. Just be long and steady through the upper body. Chin softly tucked in. That's it, good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Just take a pause, hug your knees to your chest, just give your back a little roll on the floor. And back the other way. And then holding one knee in each hand, circle the hips. Nice big circles into the hip joints, just loosening up that ball in the socket. Okay, keep holding one knee, put the other foot on the floor, that knee that you're holding, turn it to the outside. So your knee's turned out, your foot's turned out, and just a little single frog kick. Push and release. Push it out and release. Now just have a feel of your pelvis here. Place your fingers on the front hip bones. Try and keep the pelvis steady, so it's not rocking from side to side. Breathing in, breathing out, or whatever, doesn't matter. Just focus on those two front hip bones and keeping them nice and steady. And you're nice and strong through that leg. Toes turned out, knees turned out for 4, 3, 2, 1. And pop that foot down. Swap legs, bend the knee up, turn the toes and the knees to the outside of the mat, and then kick it away. Kick it away. And you might feel like one side is easier than the other. It's more stable. That's okay. We're often not symmetrical. One side's often a little bit stronger, but just bring your awareness to that. Keep the breath going, keep the top body soft, neck is soft, collarbones are wide. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet together, just drop the knees out, take an adductor stretch. And well, we're going to hold that there, grab your arm, your band. Take your arms up to the ceiling. Now you don't have to stay in the adductor stretch if that's not comfortable for you. You can bring the legs back. Otherwise, hold it there, open the band. Shoulder blades down away from the ears. Neck nice and long. Control the band in and out. Don't let it fling you back in. So it's out slow, in slow, keeping the shoulders away from the ears the whole time. Now bring the feet back up, flat on the floor, knees hip width apart. Just bend up one knee and then hold that there, alternate single arm to the floor. Single arm, one arm stabilizes, the other arm goes down. And again, you might feel it's easier on one side compared to the other. Your goal is to try and keep the pelvis, the torso steady. Keep that breath going. And of course, you can have both feet flat on the floor at any time if it feels too much. Otherwise, maintain that tabletop position with the foot off the floor. Slowly down, slowly back up. Swapping legs, drop that leg down, bend the other one up, keep going with the single arm. One arm stabilizing, one arm pulling. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Just bring the legs down. Just give your shoulders a little roll. Shrug them up to your ears and then draw them down. Shrug and release. Okay, hold your shoulders down away from your ears. Pop the band off to the side. Bring the arms back down by your side. We're coming back up into bridge. So when you're ready, just peeling up into bridge, just hold it there and we're just east-west tilting here. So just a little rotation through the pelvis. Now we're going to stay up in bridge for a little bit. So if at any time you need to come down, then do. and you can come back up and join whenever you're ready. Okay, holding your neutral position, heel lift. One heel, other heel, alternating. Now you can keep your arms where they are, or you can bring them up towards the ceiling, just take them off the floor. Destabilizes the body a little bit further, but again, might be enough for you tonight. Just keep them on the floor. Take it into both heels if you can. Stay with the single heel if you need to. So we're thinking about just activating that front body, ribs towards the hips, nice and soft through the neck. No tension up into the neck or shoulders. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the arms down. You might be feeling like your legs are starting to burn a little. If you do, bring them down, have a break. Otherwise, we're holding it here for a single leg bridge march. So if that's too much, you take it back to the heel lift. And again here, the focus is those front hip bones. They should be staying steady and even. So if it's not, go back to the heel lift. Breathing in, breathing out, doesn't matter. Just keep that breath going. Do not hold your breath. Now, I'm going to take it into another option. So you can stay here, or the next one we're going to try, extend the leg up to the ceiling, lower and extend. So you can stay with the march, or you can come here for a single leg lift and lower for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that leg down, swap legs, other leg up, lift and lower, pelvis stay steady. This is really working that hamstring, so if it starts to spasm, come down. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come out of bridge, roll it down, hug the knees in, give your back a little roll. Nice big deep tummy breath. All right, feet back on the floor, hip width apart, knees hip width apart. Take the hands behind the head. Widen the elbows so there's no pulling on the neck. Keep the chin softly tucked but the neck is long. Take a breath in. On the breath out, curl the chin to the chest, lift the chest so shoulder blades off the floor, and then unravel back down. So just in your own time, think about rolling up, rolling back out. So we're rolling up, taking the ribs towards the hips, and then we're slowly unraveling back out. Don't pull on the neck. So keep the elbows wide so you're not pulling on the neck, okay? It's not so much about how far you lift, it's about your technique and your form. Rib to the hip. Use that connection to control the roll out back down. Chin to chest, roll up the upper body, roll it back out. On the next one, you're going to hold it up, hold it there, single leg march. Keep long through the neck. So try not to pull on your neck here. So your neck's kind of heavy in your hands, and you're really using this abdominal connection to hold you there. Keep breathing. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then control it back down. One vertebrae at a time, head comes down last. Just lengthen the legs away, lengthen the arms away, just take a little stretch. Big deep breath right down into those tummy muscles. And then bend the knees back up, feet hip width apart. Take the arms back behind the head. We're just going to come into our little oblique muscles now. So you're going to curl up, but reach towards the outside of the knee and then lower and keep going, alternating sides. So again, the rib towards the hip connection. I'm trying to reach my opposite rib towards my opposite hip. That's my focus. I'm not pulling on my head at all. One hand supports my head. Keep the breath going. So it's a nice, smooth, controlled movement. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then unravel. Take a little pause there. Just keep your hands behind your head and just roll your knees over to one side and then take it to the other side. Just soften there. Nothing heavy, no straining, just a little stretch. Okay, we've got one more abdominal exercise and then we're going to move on. So come back, bring your arms straight up to the ceiling, draw your shoulder blades down. So we're going to come into our hundreds. We won't do a whole 100, but what it looks like is take a breath in. On the breath out, come up, little pulse, roll back down. So little pulse with the arms and then roll back down. So strong through the arms, coming up, pulse, pulse, unravel the spine. Pulse, pulse, unravel. For 2 more. And then I want you to choose your position. So options are feet on the floor. You can come up into tabletop. You can come up into leg extension. So choose wherever you feel you're able to. Tonight we're coming up into some hundreds. As I said, I'm not going to do a whole 100, but we'll do a few. So when you're ready, breath in, coming up, hold it there and pulsing the arms. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Keep it up. Stay there. Pulse the arms. Strong. Reach the fingers to the toes. Ribs to hips. Widen across the collarbone. Try not to crunch up there. Lengthen the neck. Keep breathing. Holding it there. Looking good. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Slowly unravel. Let the neck be heavy. Lengthen the legs. Take the arms overhead. Take a big, long stretch. Big, deep breath in. All the way down to your pubic bone. Those abdominal muscles go from your ribs all the way to your pubic bone. So give it a nice big breath stretch out. Okay, then come on up. Now, option is band around the knees. If you're feeling like first week back, you want to just go more gently, go without the band. Otherwise, band is on. Roll on over to your side. Okay, so feet are in line with the bottom, hips are stacked, one on top of the other. Just do some little pelvic tilts here to start. So inside lying. Tuck the tailbone, arch the tailbone. Little soft movement. Nothing hard, nothing straining here. It should be quite gentle. You can flatten your back out, softly roll. Flatten, roll. So it's like our 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock. We're just inside lying. Okay, and then you're going to find what would be your sort of neutral pelvis. Stacked on top of each other. Keep the heels together and just lift that top knee. Slowly up, slowly down. Now keep going. Option, feet off the floor. So you can have feet on the floor, feet off the floor. Harder off the floor. Again, if you want to stick with level 1, first week back, keep your feet on the floor. They're big, strong muscles. The glutes, they can handle quite a lot, but if you've had a 2-week break, you just need to remember, you need to start a little bit more gently. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down. Bring your feet to the front, knees to the front. So you're in chair position and lifting knee and foot together. Lift, slowly lower. Lift, slowly lower. So that slow coming down, time under tension, makes the glutes work a little bit harder. And they should be starting to burn. Should be really feeling them now. And remember, first week back, stop if you have to. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, just change focus for a minute. Bring your other hand behind your head. Just mobilize the top body. Open that chest up. Breathe in. Breathe out or vice versa. Just let your head be heavy in your hands. And the eyes are following that elbow that's opening. Just again, take it slowly initially, but just see with each breath if you can just softly open a little bit further. Try and keep the knees together. Feel it sort of start to get a little bit easier. For 2 more. Last one. Okay, coming back to our leg, extend that leg out, and we're just doing a leg circle. So up, back and around. So a little circle forward, but really focusing on the backward part. And let's take it back the other way. So take it back, up and over, forward, back. That's it. For 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, take both legs out straight. Keep the knees and feet together and just a very little side body lift. So So just softly lifting off the floor, not far, not trying to strain, just gently. Three to go. Okay, bend the knees. Come on up into your side arm support. So get that elbow under the shoulder, lift the side body up towards the ceiling, take the arm up to the ceiling, and we've got 10 side body planks. Draw that shoulder blade on, okay? So make sure it's drawing down and the collarbones are nice and wide here. Hold that there and then lift and lower for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up there. Bring the other hand forward so you're still on your side and you're pushing your forearm into the floor to lift your body away, but use the other arm here forward as well. And then you're going to lift up that other leg, take it back behind you, and just a little lift for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. So release the knee, take the arm up. We're going to thread the needle. So if this shoulder's getting too much, come down out of it. Otherwise, hold it there. Open the chest and then take it under. Again, use your breath. Eyes follow the hands. Only open as far as you can comfortably. Keep pushing the forearm into the floor to lift up out of that armpit. So no sagging down into that armpit. You're strong, pushing the body away from the floor with that forearm. And you're only going as far as you can comfortably. It's a strong shoulder exercise. For 2 more. Last one. Okay, come on up into side arm support. So you can have your knees anywhere. You can have them whatever feels comfortable, that you can get both hands on the floor and they're kind of in line. So your body's a little bit rotated and you're going to push up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Roll on over. Okay, so feet in line, hips are stacked. Just start with a few little tilts. Inside lying, tuck and arch, tuck and arch. Should be quite soft, should feel quite comfortable, no straining. And then come to your neutral spine, that mid position, and keep the hips stacked, feet together, lift and lower, lift and lower. And that top body, you're still thinking about, especially this top shoulder blade, open it up, draw it down towards your back pocket. So it's away from your ear, and you're thinking about switching it onto your shoulder, to your rib cage, and lengthening that collarbone up towards the ceiling. Now we're going to keep going. Option, feet off the floor. That's it, good. I'm sure your glutes have missed doing this for the last 2 weeks. So they're happy again. That's it. Good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down, bring the feet and knees to the front of the mat, and off you go. Knee and foot together. This is when we really start to feel them. Got 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, bring the hand behind the head and roll it forward, roll it open. Just let the breath go, let the eyes follow the elbow. Just open softly, keep the knees together and just see if you can get a little bit further. Open the chest. Again, this should feel really quite nice. Rotating and stretching through that thoracic spine. Open up the chest, but I can feel it all the way down to my hip. So depending on how tight you are, it should feel like quite a nice opening stretch. Just do 2 more. Okay, and then coming back, just extend that top leg and just come into a leg circle. So just coming a little bit forward, but then over and back, over and back. Open up that top body. Keep the hips stacked here. Bottom legs bent, just to give you a bit of stability. And you're strong in that leg. So really think about all those hip muscles, moving that ball in the socket joints. And let's take it back the other way. That's it. 4 to go. 3, 2, 1. Okay, just give it a little break. Come on up into your side arm support. Pushing the floor away, open up those collarbones, reach the other arm up to the ceiling, and when you're ready, 10 side planks. So lift and lower for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, stay there. Keep pushing the floor away. Bring the other hand here. Extend that top leg. Extend it back a little bit and then lift for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bring the knees back together. Take the arm up. Open the chest. Breath in, roll it through. So just slow and gently here. Eyes are going to follow the hand. Push the floor away with that forearm. The hand is flat on the floor. And you're really thinking about pushing the forearm into the floor to push your body up towards the ceiling or lift your body up towards the ceiling. So whilst you're pushing into the floor, you're trying to lift your body away so you're not putting that tension and locking down into that shoulder joint. Breath. 3 more. Last one. Okay, and then come on up into both hands on the floor, feet and knees can be wherever. And you've got 10 push-ups. So come, drop the nose, push the floor away for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, just take your band off and then roll on over onto all fours and setting yourself up. So fingers are splayed, hands below the shoulders, knees under the hips, and just lengthening out that neck. So you're not dropping your head down. You're not lifting it up here. You're lifting it up like this. Okay, so think about lifting the back of your head towards the ceiling. Hold that there, pushing into the floor to push the thoracic spine towards the ceiling, and then just tucking the pelvis. Tuck and arch just the pelvis. Just isolate the pelvis. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. So, yep, that's it. Really thinking about where those shoulder blades are, and they should not be up around your earlobes. If you're up here, draw them down, lift the chin or tuck the chin so you're lifting the head towards the ceiling. Keep breathing. And a nice deep breath into the ribs. Imagine you're trying to expand the bottom of your ribs out wide. Take it into full cat-cow, tuck the head, and then softly arch and lift. Softly tuck, softly arch. So just within whatever range you have. Don't strain, keep it soft. For 2 more. Last one. And coming back to our long neutral spine, holding it there, extending the leg. One leg back, draw it in. So keep thinking long from the crown, long from the tailbone, pushing the floor away, lift the spine towards the ceiling. Extend. Now, if you're feeling pretty good, we're going straight into opposite arm, opposite leg. If it's enough for you with just the legs tonight, stick with just the legs. So you've got options, take whatever one feels right. Nice and strong and stable through the body. Lengthen the arm away, lengthen those fingers, reach the fingers away, reach the foot away. Keep breathing. The arm that's stabilizing, draw that shoulder blade down onto the body. For 4, 3, 2, last one. And then bring your feet together, knees are wide, sit back into child's pose, just take a stretch. Okay, from there, just roll yourself out onto the floor. And we're just going to come into a couple of darts. So bring the arms down by your side. And when you're ready, take a breath in. On the breath out, you're going to lift the arms, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift the head and chest off the floor, lift the legs, hold it there. Reach the fingers to the toes, reach the toes away. Strong through the legs, tuck the chin, eyes are down. That's it, long through the neck. Hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Turn your head to one side. Take a big, deep breath into your back ribs now. Think about those ribs really expanding. Again, take another breath in, and on the breath out, you're going to bring it up again. So breathing in, then on the breath out. Squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the arms, lift the head, the chest, the legs, strong and long. Crown away, toes away. Lift the head softly, eyes stay down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower, turn the head to the other side. Okay, we've got one more. Take a breath in, and then on the breath out, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Reach the fingers to the toes, nice and strong here. Hold it there. Lengthen the neck, keep the chin tucked in. Squeeze, pinch those shoulder blades for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down, bring your forehead onto your hands. Bend your knees and just windscreen wipe your legs from side to side. Let the legs come back onto the floor and then just roll yourself back over onto your back. Just going to take a little stretch. So just pop one foot onto the knee, reach through and grab that thigh and just stretch into the glutes. And swapping legs, other foot on, reaching through. And then pop the leg down, hold behind the knee, reach your foot up towards the ceiling and just point and flex. You can't see my foot, but point and flex the foot. So draw your toes towards you, then point to the ceiling. Just get a little bit of a nerve glide up the back of the leg. And swapping legs. And then just come on up into sitting. And we're just going to finish off with a quick little balance pose. So just sitting on your sit bones, lengthen your spine up towards the ceiling. So you're up really long. Open up the collarbones, shoulder blades are down. So draw them up and down, lengthen the spine. Now feet or heels, so toes or heels on the floor. Hold behind your legs. So you've got that, you are holding here to give you that support. Can you lift your feet up off the floor? And then just keep lengthening the spine to the ceiling. Now you can stay here or bring the hands away and hold it there, breathing. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Okay, just straighten the legs out. Sit up nice and tall on those sit bones. So really think about lengthening up. Opposite hand on the knee. Hold the other hand behind to kind of lengthen your spine and push on that knee. Turn the body around. And again, this should feel quite nice. Nice rotation. Breathe in. And on the breath out, just see if you can get a bit more of a twist. Look over your shoulder. And then unravel from the belly button, then the ribs, then the shoulder, and then the head. So to try and think about unraveling one body part at a time. See if you can control that. Other hand behind you, lengthen up. Hand on the outside of the knee And use that hand to twist the body around. Turn and look over the shoulder. Take a breath in, breathing out a little more. And then softly unravel. Belly button, lower ribs, sternum, shoulders, head. Good job, everybody. Give your shoulders a little roll. And good job, back to term, what are we? 3. So,